Picture this: a world where education is forbidden and young people are trapped between the harsh realities of poverty and the looming threat of violence. This is the reality in northeastern Nigeria, where Boko Haram, an Islamic extremist group, continues to attack schools, terrorize villages, and even target aid workers, leaving a trail of fear. But what drives this conflict, and why does it persist despite years of effort to defeat them? Let's dive into it. For nearly 2 decades, Boko Haram has devastated Nigeria, claiming over 30,000 lives and displacing more than 2 million people from their homes. The United Nations estimates that around 8.4 million people in northeastern Nigeria require humanitarian assistance due to the ongoing conflict. And it's not just about the lives lost, it's the ripple effect. Economic collapse, social breakdown, and a humanitarian crisis that keeps growing. The damage? Over $9 billion. Schools, hospitals, and entire villages wiped out. Boko Haram thrives in the shadows of weak governance, exploiting neglect and targeting vulnerable communities. The result? A vicious cycle of poverty, fear, and violence. Insurgency in Nigeria has crippled local economies, especially in agriculture and trade, which is lifeline for millions. Violence has driven farmers from their fields, causing severe food shortages and soaring prices, with over 4.3 million people facing food insecurity, according to the UN. Once thriving trade routes are now dangerous, cutting off vital goods and stifling commerce. In 2014, Nigeria's GDP dropped sharply, aligning with a surge in Boko Haram attacks, showing the profound economic toll of the conflict. In 2014, Boko Haram kidnapped 276 schoolgirls from their dormitory in Chibok, and even years later, over 100 of them are still missing, a haunting reminder of the group's relentless threat to education and safety. This heartbreaking event sparked global outrage, leading Michelle Obama to spearhead the Bring Back Our Girls campaign, a powerful plea for their rescue and a spotlight on the fight for girls' education.
Grown men attempting to snuff out the aspirations of young girls. And I want you to know that Barack has directed our government to do everything possible to support the Nigerian government's efforts to find these girls and bring them home.
Boko Haram literally means Western education is forbidden. The group has targeted schools, kidnapped children, and stifled education opportunities, especially for girls. In a region already struggling with illiteracy, this diminishes hope for a better future. So why hasn't Nigeria been able to stop Boko Haram? The government has focused heavily on military force, but that only addresses the symptoms, not the root cause. Corruption, poor governance, economic stagnation, and the failure to address Islamic radicalism in the Northeast are what truly fuel Boko Haram's persistence. Until these deep-seated issues are tackled, the insurgency will continue. A real solution begins with improving governance and investing in development. Tackling corruption, creating jobs, and rebuilding infrastructure can provide communities with the stability they need to thrive. Education, especially for girls, is critical in breaking Boko Haram's hold on the region, offering young people a path away from extremism. But this won't happen overnight. It requires real leadership, collaboration, and long-term commitment. With the right focus, we can create a future where the people of Nigeria don't have to live in fear. The time for action is now.